I've been getting questions on what can you combine, what modalities can you combine with the Oralift, and is it feasible to do so? When you first start the Oralift, I always suggest that we just do the Oralift alone for about 8 weeks. And this way we can really gauge how your body's responding, what the adaptability is, and what you're feeling, what the body's feedback is. But you can combine modalities. So today I'm going to introduce 3 of them. One is the ANMA. Another is LED light. And the third is microcurrent. And I kind of pulled the Clairblend Mini because I know many of you have the Clairblend Mini. So I thought this would be the one I would demonstrate it with. If you have the Pico toner, I will also do a video on microcurrent with that. So anytime when it's your day to do the Oralift, my personal routine is I rebound for a little bit, and I love this. I do this for like 10 minutes, and I don't do anything crazy, but I get on this thing called the Cellucizer, and I just kind of get all of my body kind of loosened up and working and kind of just stretching out those muscles. That's kind of my morning routine, and I might stretch and do yoga. But nighttime, it is nice to do some type of treatment. So while you have the Oralift in, there are a couple things that you can do. Let's first just warm up using the ANMA, and I'm actually just going to put a gel on now to save time. So when you have the Oralift in, our mouth is open. The success to the Oralift is A, we can relax. A relaxed muscle will adapt to change far faster than a stretched or a stressed muscle. We also have to build a consistency in time. And always, if we're just at like a 20-minute time, even if you're going 10 seconds longer, that is creating a little bit more of a challenge in the adaptation process. And the other is to be consistent. And the consistency is your every 3 days. So let's just pretend I have the Oralift in. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm really going to work my scalp. And I love working the occipital area because the muscles in here pull this all back to this area. So many times, some of you may feel a little bit of strain in that occipital region. So you just really kind of want to open up that region. And sometimes I like to take the handle and even go back right in there and just kind of like as I was stretching this. And then I'll go deep. If you're really tight, this muscle here is the sternocleidomastoid. You can just like go into that muscle. It hurts. And hold it for several seconds. And that will create kind of a blood flow and a release in that muscle. A lot of times too, you're scaling. So you can see as I press down here, do you see that muscle right there? That's a scaling muscle, and that's responsible for turning and tilting our head. So you might even like tilt and kind of come up. Now, this is what it would look like if I had the Oralift in. So I'm really assisting the body in releasing and letting go. Then I would use microcurrent. And if I were using the Mini and I had the Oralift in, I would hold here and I'm pressing about, do you see the depth here? Do you see like this is just like a 1? It's so light. It's like, but I'm going to go a little bit deeper, about a 2. I'm not in at a 3. That's a 3. Do you see? I'm just in at a 2, enough to stretch that. And I'm just going to kind of hold And what's happening while I'm doing this? So we have the Oralift in our mouth and we're relaxing the muscle. But in doing this process, I'm really just kind of lengthening and energizing all those muscle strands, all in the sacroilimaires, every little muscle fiber. I'm giving a boost to the ATP in those cells, as well as the skin cells. So this is a really nice way just to get a little bit extra treatment. I'm not doing it so much to tighten. I'm really kind of lengthening. And in any time, massage therapy or physical therapy, if we start kind of at that belly of the muscle and pull away, we lengthen a muscle. So this is really super nice to kind of do that. So I would definitely lengthen around here. And then see this little thing right here? This is lymph. This is pizza and wine last night. So I'm going to just kind of scrape this going all the way back. And this is one really nice thing about this unit is it does fit the jaw. And again, I'm not too deep. I kind of want to think about the current doing the work. So there's a relationship between these two and they're oscillating or going back and forth between positive and negative. And the positive releases an electron that's a hydrogen. And the negative releases a hydroxyl or an OH, the negative. And those two are drawn to one another. So while this is here, this is going through all the tissue, all the millions of cells. And in that cell is a mitochondria. And in the mitochondria, that's producing the ATP. So through a process known as chemiosmosis or Mitchell's theory, we are actually increasing the cellular energy. And the fabulous thing about that is now the cell has all of the energy to do the protein synthesis, to create collagen, to create elastin. If you've been following me, you know I like microcurrent every 72 hours, no matter what unit you have. Your body holds on to this process for 72 hours. It's constantly making ATP to create a better skin texture and flow. And by doing this, we really do change the appearance of the skin and it begins to glow just like the younger skin. So that's how I would use microcurrent with the anima. The next, and again, this is an excellent tool, LED, assuming you get a quality machine. I truly like the light stem. You can't really see it, but it's millions of infrared and LED red, millions, okay, I don't know, I think like 224 little bulbs, but it emits a proton. And protons are light, right? And so we see color, but our skin sees depth. So this is going in and the infrared is going deeper and it's actually carrying some of the red deeper into that dermal tissue. And this is excellent results that we see down the line. The infrared also soothes muscles. So if you have the TMJ or you have a little bit of aching, this is excellent. This particular unit beeps when it's time to move it. And I like that because I can just kind of get lost in watching my latest Netflix binge, which is Selling Sunset, by the way, if any of you need a show to watch. And this is a great way just to spend the time, do the Oralift, and rejuvenate my skin. So these are the 3 ways that you can pass time doing the Oralift, improving the quality of the tissue and the muscle while you are doing one of the best anti-aging devices you can possibly do. If you have any questions or comments, please put them below. If somebody's struggling with the Oralift or struggling with what to do, pass this video on to them and get them to subscribe because that's really cool. I would love to hit 10,000 viewers or subscription people by December. That's like my little goal. That's it. Till next time, remember, it is about you and taking time for you. You're beautiful.